Check it out, check it, check it out, check it, check it out, check it.
Hey, Greg and the CE, call me hip hop junkie. Straight to your dome piece like Grass Monkey. All I wanna know, do you wanna get funky? CNC beats beat.
Welcome to Turf Talk, presented by Longstreth. I'm your host, Leah Secondo, and I'm so pleased to be joined right now by Reagan Marsher, the head coach of Conestoga High School here in Pennsylvania. And big tournament this weekend, the Max Field Hockey in Longstreth, 6th annual Invitational. There'll be 64 teams playing from 12 different states between Friday and Sunday over at the Proving Grounds. Now, in between that, there's also some collegiate action going on. On Friday, Villanova will be taking on UConn, and then on Sunday, the reigning national champion, Northwestern, undefeated, comes into town to take on those same Wildcats. Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Kind of been a little bit of a whirlwind year for your team, winning your first high school championship at your alma mater, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And now getting the opportunity to play the best of the best across the country.
Yes.
That's amazing for
Yes.
these young ladies.
Yeah, the National Invitational. This is our 5th year competing, and I look forward to this weekend truly more than any other weekend, to experience the teams from other states, their different styles, different formations. It really is, it's a gift for us, and can't wait.
Yeah, we talk about different styles, right? And over the last, last 5 years, maybe Texas teams have come on to see the different style from maybe a New Jersey or Massachusetts or a Connecticut, and then it picks your brain a little bit as a coach too, as far as implementing different skills and different drills for the players, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, and it's a really perfect time of the season because we're a couple weeks in, so we kind of have, the gears are turning, but we always come out of it with really a plan for the rest of the season and heading into playoffs, what we really want to focus on.
Take us through that great run you had last year, and you went deep into the finals. A heartbeat of a finish.
Yes.
With Shay Wozniak's gold. Shay now at Duke,
Yes.
Performing her great skills there. But kind of take us through that last pattern to get into the season.
Well, it really, I can't say enough about the alumni that really did pave the way for last season. I mean, obviously Shay was a senior. Lexi Patterson, who's at Michigan, she is a senior. Some other, incredibly gifted seniors in leadership, really, who had been, we had some heartbreak in the States leading up to that, the years. And so the season was just full of, we actually did well. We won one, lost one at the Invitational last year. But again, it's always food for what you need to do. And then districts, we did well in the district championship. We played Villa Maria, and they got away from us with the 3-2, but we knew we didn't do all the things we wanted to do. And luckily, we saw them again in the championship two weeks later. So
all right, so now let's catapult into this season.
Yeah.
And how did you find with your student athletes that they came back this year? But preseason's a little bit different. We're talking about high school compared to college.
Yes. I'm a challenge kind of coach. I love a good challenge. So I did kind of find myself feeling similar feelings to a few years ago, right? With building and rebuilding and all that. But the bottom line is we have exceptional kids, both their playing styles and their motivation and the attitudes, and everybody is working really hard. So game by game we take it, and like I said, this weekend's going to be so awesome for us.
Yeah. Your competition this weekend, and the scouts, it's not like you go find film, right? There's film out there, but you're trying to prepare for this. How tough is that?
Yeah, it's very tough actually, especially when maybe all you know is where a couple kids are committed to, but that's, you can't judge what's written on paper. You want to see them. I am a big scouting coach. I was a former collegiate lacrosse coach, so scouting is, I love it. I love video. I'm really into if I can't go to a game, I'm searching on YouTube for the game. So I did find some recent on one of the teams we're playing. So I don't overload the kids with too much information.
Right.
Like you said, they're in high school. It's very different. You can't sit in a room and do a lot of film with the high school kids. But I've got some good little nuggets to throw at them before the games, and hope they're ready.
And how do you feel as though where you are right now has prepared your team for this upcoming weekend?
I feel like we're actually very prepared. We had a really challenging first week with 2 games. The number one ranked team, Notre Dame. We played them our second game of the season. So that was a really great game, and we performed well. Had more offensive corners, which is, you kind of hang on to those little successes when the outcome of the game doesn't quite match what you'd like. But so I feel like the girls are ready to go. They're really ready to show the New Jersey and Kentucky what we do over here in PA.
What's the minimum number of games you're guaranteed?
We're playing 2, but I believe you can have as many as 3.
It's 3.
Yep.
And so you're packing in a lot of games, turnaround time, trying to manage the load as far as the field load. Different type of scenarios to kind of think about that normally wouldn't get in a high school setting.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we play at 5 p.m. on Friday and 9 a.m. on Saturday, so in the middle of our homecoming weekend. So it's a lot, but it's a chance for them to really learn how to focus, right? I mean, this is what they're going to be doing for many of them who will continue on at the next level. They might have a travel day, they might be missing exams, or it's good preparation, I think, for real life and being able to compartmentalize. We tell them there's a nice long break when they're done.
Absolutely. The regional and national high school coach of the year, Reagan Marsher, thank you so much for joining us. Good luck to your team this weekend.
Thank you so much.
We'll have much more ahead for you on Turf Talk after these messages. Stay with us. Welcome back to Turf Talk, presented by Longstreth. We're pleased now to be joined by the head coach at the Hill School in Catherine Bowie. And Catherine, as your team gets set for this big tournament this weekend at the Proving Grounds, just some of your thoughts in this 6th year of this super high school event.
Yeah, I'm super grateful for Steph for putting this on, making this event just what it is, a national event, getting teams from all over the country, if you will, to come together and play. I think it's great to grow the game in good ways all over the region, and also get our top teams to play each other just because we're so spread out across the country. I personally love it. I used to coach in Texas, I've coached in New England, and I get to see some of my coaching buddies as well and see their teams and see everyone, compete. So just very excited for that and thankful that we have the opportunity.
What do you hope that your team, obviously you want to win, right? But sometimes, especially this early, it's not all about the wins. What do you hope your team gets out of it?
I hope we continue to grow. So this year we have a lot of high-level players, but we also brought in 9 new people into the fold this year, and there's a lot of player development this year, which my staff and I is really putting at the forefront to prepare, like you were talking about with the girls, the legacy, the traditions at Hill are so rich and wonderful, and we just want to continue to do that. And I know this group is super motivated. We have great leadership, and we're just going to continue to grow, and we will be ready come postseason for anything. So
some of the competition is 64 teams. You're going to see a team from Maryland and a team from Illinois, and I would think they would have really very contrasting styles. Is that difficult to scout and prep with a quick turnaround, and the challenges that you have as a coach to kind of get your team ready? It's not like there's a lot of film out there.
Yeah, I'm a big film person. I think everyone jokes about me always trying to find film, so I've got my film. I'm happy with it, and this week we're actually focusing on ourselves mostly. We decided as a staff to do that as a group, so most of this week we're focusing on ourselves, and I can't wait to see what we do on Friday. We're on a beautiful water turf surface. We're motivated. We had some girls, on the injury list that are back, so super excited for everybody.
This is a super environment for any young girl who has the opportunity to come and be a student athlete here. What drew you to want to come and coach here?
So my husband and I are both independent school people, boarding school people. He's actually an athletic director and basketball coach at a boarding school in Melbourne. We have an almost 3-year-old son, and we just believe in raising our family in a boarding school environment. And he'll fit geographically, obviously a high-level program. And I want to coach hockey at this level. It's my niche, and I'm just so thankful and excited to get this opportunity here at Hill.
So you kind of go away from your regular season schedule, right, to have this opportunity for this weekend. The back-to-back-to-back potential of the weekend, right, because you play, at least 2 games and then go from there. How do you think that will help you once you get back into your schedule mode?
Yeah, I will say I'm very thankful to Hill and the athletic department. We essentially do play a national schedule. We've already been to Connecticut. We've been to Virginia Beach already this year, and we're committed to playing probably the toughest schedule. Granted, most of those schools are around here, so we're very lucky, and I think that makes us geographically appealing for people who want to go to boarding school and play at a top level. But for us, we just treat it like any other game weekend. We typically do play Friday, Saturday throughout the year, so this is just great prep for postseason.
Catherine, thank you so much for joining us on the show. We will have more Turf Talk after these messages. Stay with us.
So if you must fall to be right, your mind can disturb your life. So like the darkness is the light, disturb your life. I'm scared from you like the disturb your life. And you must know what you like, disturb your life, disturb your life.
Welcome back to Turf Talk, presented by Longstreth. I'm now with the senior captains for the Hill School as they get set to go for this big weekend. Max Field Hockey and Longstreth presenting the Invitational for the 6th year in a row. 64 teams, all of them vying to be the top team in the country. And ladies, the Hill School is definitely known for field hockey around the country. People before you, young women student athletes, have kind of set the table for you all. What made you want to be a part of this great program at the Hill School?
Well, I just heard from the players in the past how awesome the program is and how serious the school takes the programs, and especially the athletics, in part with the academics here. And I think my decision in coming here was just how well it paired up with what I wanted to do in the next step with what I would be going through now. So
your team has been number 1 in the country, very decorated as well. The legacy that the other players have left, do you feel like a responsibility that every time you put on that jersey representing the Hill School that you kind of have to live up to so that you leave the legacy for the next one?
Yeah, definitely. We have a lot of really strong team traditions that we do. It's woven into our daily life, and we had such strong mentors and friends that have graduated in the past that have just kind of been looking out for us. So now we want to reciprocate that for the younger grades.
This weekend in particular, with all the teams from around the country coming, what are you guys thinking about getting the chance to play teams from other states and maybe their styles of play?
Yeah, I think it's a really great opportunity because we tend to play a lot of schools that are local to us in Pennsylvania, which is a very high level of field hockey around here, but it's great to play other high level field hockey programs around the country, especially with Mutrier from Illinois and then Bryn Mawr in Maryland, which they both are big central regions for field hockey as well. And it's great to try and play against these teams and see their style of hockey and see how we can better adjust our game as well.
I just want people to know the hard work that we put into the program, the commitment that we make to field hockey in middle school. We have been working hard. We've been working hard for the past 4 years, but then we're also building this really incredible team that we expect to see great things in this next coming year.
All right, season's young. Hill School's always in the top 5. Number 1, now number 4 right now, but it's still early, right? It's just a number, ladies. Good luck to you. Good luck the rest of the way, and continue to wear Hill proud.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
We'll be back with more on Turf Talk after these messages. Stay with us. Welcome back to Turf Talk, presented by Longstreth. Your host, Leah Secondo, and I'm pleased to be joined right now by the head coach of Notre Dame in Brandy Ritz. And Brandy, your team's number 1 in the country right now. Big weekend ahead with those 64 teams coming into the 6th annual Max Field Hockey Longstreth Invitational. Some of your thoughts getting set to go on what should be a solid weekend of hockey in the area.
Yeah, this weekend will be amazing. It's awesome to play, strong teams from throughout the country. Kincaid being first, and then Christian School Louisville being second. It's awesome to play competition that we normally can't travel to.
So what are you trying to look for? Because the scouts, we talked to the other coaches about, the scouts are tough, right? There's not a lot of film out there. So how do you prepare your team for this weekend?
Sure. Talking with other coaches, hopefully getting maybe that inside scoop on some players, but more so kind of reflecting on us and how we play as a team, and keeping our structure.
Beautiful campus.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's awesome. Just a wonderful place for the student athletes. Tell us a little bit about your team this year and what you came off last year and setting the table up for where you are right now.
Yeah, awesome. So thanks for coming, by the way. We were 18-3-1 last year. We were undefeated Interact champions and PASA finalists, unfortunately falling to Hill, which is also a great program. This year we have all but 2 returning. We graduated 2 seniors last year, so we have a strong, talented team that know each other so well. So as you saw today, they work so well together.
We talk about different things, the pillars of Longstreth. They've been indoctrinated in the sport of field hockey, in this hotbed in Pennsylvania of field hockey. For you, as a one-time player and now a coach, what do you feel is important to the sport and having those ties all around the area with Longstreth?
I think just supporting the athlete and growing the game, staying with it and, giving other people opportunity to play.
Awesome. Well, good luck this week.
Thanks so much.
Notre Dame head coach Brandy Ritz. We have more on Turf Talk after these messages. Stay with us.
So if you must fall to be right, your mind can disturb your life. So like the darkness is the light, disturb your life. I'm scared when you like to disturb your life. And you so much alive.
Welcome back to Turf Talk, presented by Longstreth. I'm your host, Leah Secondo, and I'm pleased to be joined now by Longstreth's newest intern, Kira Sack. Kira goes to Notre Dame. You're a senior, and what are you going to be doing for Longstreth this year?
So I'm so excited to be able to be working with Leah this year on Turf Talk, and I'll be writing my weekly blogs that will be going on Turf Talk, going on Longstreth as well. But I'll be able to give a new insight to the new high school generation, and I'll be able to see weekly plays and talk about and give that insight to Leah, and we can help grow this new generation.
Absolutely. So we're going to be able to give you the information of where you can send content, if you have any, for Kira, so that we can use it in the weekly show. She's going to be a part of every single show this season. Now, part of that is you've already committed to college, and with the team participating this weekend in the Max Field Hockey Longstreth Invitational, you get to see your Wildcats of Northwestern. That's pretty cool.
So exciting.
Yeah. So what? How did that come about with you selecting Northwestern?
Yeah, definitely the coaching staff. They're one of a kind. Tracy Fuchs, such a special person, and just the culture there. It's a team culture, and that's something I really wanted to be a part of.
Excellent. So getting back now to Notre Dame, you guys got some work to do.
Yeah.
You're on a good start, good roll going into, what are your thought to be able to play in that type of environment this weekend with 64 teams across the country?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a tough one. We're definitely going to have to take it one game at a time, but really excited to play teams out of state. It's always a good look, and really excited to play some big competition as well.
Excellent. Watch for Kira this season on Turf Talk. We have more after these messages. Stay with us. That'll wrap up this edition of the show. Don't forget, Max Field Hockey, Longstreth Invitational, this weekend, 64 teams at the Proving Grounds. We'll see you next time.
Check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out, check it out.
Hey!